It is a privilege and honor for me to read the whole meaning of a letter addressing to Excellency Antonio Guterres, Secretary General of the United Nations. This letter issued from Cambodia on 17 September 2025. The whole meaning is as follows. សម្ដេចមហាបវរធិបតីហ៊ុនម៉ាណែត Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia, Phnom Penh, 17 September 2025. His Excellency Antonio Guterres, Secretary General of the United Nations, New York. I have the honor and privilege to inform you that today I have written to His Excellency Mr. Anwar Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia and Chair of the ASEAN, to draw his attention over the recent developments along the Cambodia-Thailand border that pose a grave threat to peace and stability between the two nations and the wider region. The ceasefire agreed on 28 July 2025 in Putrajaya halted the light-scale fighting that began on 24 July 2025, which took place in the northern provinces of Banteay and Meanchey in Cambodia. However, it is regrettable that Thai military activities in violations of the ceasefire have continued and even extended beyond the original areas of conflict. Since 12 August 2025, Thai armed forces have widened the conflict zone by erecting barbed wire and barricades, issuing ultimatum and forcibly evicting Cambodian civilians from long-settled lands in Chongcheng and Praychan villages of Banteay Meanchey province, which is located in the northwestern part of Cambodia, a few hundred kilometers away from the above conflict zones. 25 families have already been blocked from their homes and fields, and Thai military spokesperson recently threatened further eviction in the very near future, potentially affecting hundreds of households comprised of about 1,000 inhabitants. In addition, based on credible sources, the Thai military has earned intention of using forces to seize territory at 17 other locations in provinces from Pursat to Koh Kong, situated at western and southwestern parts of Cambodia. The above unilateral action taken by Thai military are based on its unilaterally drawn maps at scale 1/50,000, contrary to the mutually agreed maps at scale 1/200,000, which are the results of demarcation works of the Commission of Delimitation of the Boundary between Indochina and Siam set up by the Conventions of 1904 and the Treaty of 1907 between France and Siam, recognized by the International Court of Justice (ICJ) and reaffirmed by Cambodia and Thailand in the Memorandum of Understanding on the Survey and Demarcation of Land Boundary signed on 14 June 2000, abbreviation MOU 2000. This MOU 2000 was registered at the United Nations by Thailand on 25 May 2011 and was published in the United Nations Treaty Series. These unilateral actions by Thailand constitute an attempt to unilaterally demarcate the boundary through the use of forces, indirect violations of the MOU 2000, the mandate of Cambodian-Thai Joint Commission on Demarcation for Land Boundary (JBC), and the commitment recorded in the recent GBC and Regional Border Committee or BC meetings. Both sides agreed not to undertake provocative actions that may escalate tensions or expand the scope and scale of the disputes. These unilateral measures, including extraterritorial application of Thai martial law, represent an unacceptable breach of Cambodia's sovereignty and a clear violation of the international law, including the United Nations Charter, the ASEAN Charter, and the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia. In addition, this unilateral action not only constitute a grave infringement of human rights, but also created risk of violent confrontation. In spirit of de-escalation and the ASEAN centrality, I have requested the good offices of the Prime Minister of Malaysia in his capacity as ASEAN Chair to urge Thailand 1. To adhere strictly to the ceasefire and relevant agreement reached at Pursat on 28 July 2025, as well as recent GBC and ORBC meeting, and to immediately cease all unilateral actions which may escalate tension and expand the scale and the scope of the conflict. 2. To refrain from the use of force against civilians and properties. 3. To remove newly placed obstacles such as barbed wire and tires within areas where Cambodian people has been living for decades and within areas where demarcation has not been completed. 3. To halt planned forced eviction and to allow Cambodian people who have been evicted to return to their homes and land. 5. To stop use of military force to do unilaterally boundary demarcation works and let existing bilateral mechanism, namely GBC, to continue to do the work in a peaceful manner based on existing agreements, convention and treaty, and international law. And last point, to immediately and unconditionally release and return the 18 Cambodian soldiers who remain under the captivity of Thailand. I also reaffirm the strong commitment of Cambodia to a peaceful resolution of dispute in full conformity with the international law and to working with Thailand and the ASEAN to preserve stability, foster cooperation, and promote the well-being of our people. I truly hope that the above information will be revealed in the spirit of shared commitment to peace and constructive dialogue, and that Your Excellency will kindly consider offering your valuable support through appropriate channels to help encourage the full and the effective implementation of the ceasefire and all the agreement reached by Cambodia and Thailand. Your continued leadership and engagement would be instrumental in preserving stability, fostering a peaceful resolution to the current situation. Please, Excellency, accept the assurances of my highest consideration. Honmanet. So this is the important letter issued from the Royal Government of Cambodia today, addressing to His Excellency Antonio Guterres, United Nations Secretary General, in order to ask urgently and immediately in appropriate measure in order to, first of all, to hear, to know, to acknowledge the truth that Thailand has been invaded Cambodian territorial integrity and sovereignty and also violated the ceasefire agreement. And second, on behalf of the member of the United Nations organization, Cambodia would also urgently and immediately ask the UN chief to take appropriate and urgent measures to stop any future aggressions to Cambodian civilian and territorial integrity of the Kingdom of Cambodia.